Good evening, fastball fans. Welcome back inside Milton Field, Green Valley Sports Complex, Moline, Illinois. It's the 76th annual ISC World Tournament. Blair Setford, Joe Todd here in the ISC Network. Bear Creek Express out in the field taking on the Grande Prairie Pirates. We're going to come to the plate momentarily. Joe, both these teams 2-0. Both these teams have looked good in achieving those 2-0 records.
Grande Prairie Pirates walking away with a 2-0 victory over the Pueblo Bandits in their first game. Their second game was against the Niagara Stompers, easily triumphed over the Stompers with a 10-0 victory. Bear Creek getting to the winning bracket with 2 wins, beating Marchio Sausage 8-0 in their first game, and then beating the Ohio Bombers in a game we covered right here on the ISC Network yesterday, 5-0.
Leading off for the Grande Prairie Pirates, it'll be Braden Archon, center fielder, Todd Williams at third, Corey Jones at first, Scott Nehigh playing right field, Pat Burns is the designated player, Blake Hunter doing the catching, Scott Galenza at shortstop, Shane Milligan's in left, and Travis Head at second base. Zach Pierce will be doing the pitching tonight for Grande Prairie. For Bear Creek, left to right, Quentin Bruce, Jordan Pomeroy, and Tyler Paulai once again out in right field. And then around the horn, Derek Mason at third, Nestor Nova's the shortstop, Brandon Horn second base. At first, it's Colin Walsh and Sean Cleary. You see number 11 right there, Sean Cleary pitching to Ryan Boland. Jeff Lyons will be the designated player for Bear Creek Express tonight. Joe, these two teams met way back at the Chiefs Challenge. That was the end of June. We've had a lot of water under the bridge since then. Grande Prairie took the win that night. This is the rematch.
Yes, and sure that Bear Creek Express will want to try and even up that match.
Now Cleary misses downstairs and immediately is going to go to work on the landscaping. Now pitching lesson for Cleary, who never apparently thrown a pitch before in the ISC. And this one misses down and an in. So 2-0 to Braden Archon. The Archon brothers, Joe, amongst the leaders on this Grande Prairie team. Both of them have made all-world teams in recent years, and the progression of this team from going back to, I want to say, 2016, 2017, pretty significant, from the Lloydminster Dodgers, now the Grande Prairie Pirates, and the Archon brothers leading the way.
Made some big improvements with their game of playing some great teams throughout the way, so making it up to this level is a big plus for them.
Well, you talked about some additions that they've made. Nehigh, Pat Burns, bringing in Blake Hunter this year. Zach Pierce, a huge addition for them. And foul back straight to the screen. And then they played a very competitive schedule, as you mentioned. They were out to Ontario twice. They played in the May Days tournament in Kelowna, and they played out in Alberta as well. And that's a very competitive schedule. It's a lot of travel too, back and forth. That's a 4.5-hour flight from Grande Prairie out to Toronto, and they did that twice this year. Cleary misses off the plate and falls behind 3-1. 3-2, rather. And way upstairs, ball 4. Joe, we saw this in the last game as well. The pitcher's a little bit uncomfortable out there at first, and it usually takes a batter or two for them to get into it. And sometimes by that time, it's too late. You're behind by a couple of runs, and that can be the difference.
Yeah, very tough right now. They're trying to find their proper landing spot, trying to find their release point.
And bunting early in the game. Todd Williams squares and fouls this one back to the screen.
And that 2-0 victory against the Pueblo Bandits, Todd Williams had the one hit and drove in the 2 runs that were the difference.
Well, bunting again and right through it. Not sure that they got the called strike, though. Ryan Boland with the mask off. And I have a quick word. Joe, who's the blue team out here tonight?
Steve Corvo from Quebec, Canada at the plate. I'm not sure who's at first. They made a switching change on the umpire, and it's Gary Johnson from Wisconsin at third base. So we're trying to figure out who's at first. From my recollections, haven't come across the name yet.
Who? Who was on first?
I don't know. Yeah, who?
He's at third base.
Gotcha.
As we all remember,
and
the
you got
old
me.
Abbott and Costello routine.
Late in the day, Blair. Leave me alone.
Williams up there still trying to lay a bunt down. He's had a couple of strikes, so he'll probably swing away now. And swing and a miss. So down goes Todd Williams for the first out. Corey Jones to the plate. Of course, Corey and Sean were teammates in Paraná, Argentina back in April at that Pan Am qualifier. Corey Jones drew in to be basically a mainstay, Joe, at first base through just about the whole tournament for Team Canada. Hit a couple of big home runs, and we saw the power in this guy's bat. And Simcoe, too, had a couple of big boomers that weekend.
Played some great defense, too. Made some nice picks over there.
Hard hit shot. Cleary turns, throws to the wrong guy. Brendan Horn was backing up the play, and Cleary threw right past the shortstop Nova to Brendan Horn, and instead of a double play ball, they get nobody. Cleary, the ball was back in his hands so quickly that he had to turn and wait, and then Horn was behind the bag, but he was the guy in Cleary's eye line, and that's who he threw it to.
Yeah, Nestor Nova, obviously the ball was hit so quickly that Nestor Nova just never had a chance to get over to that bag.
So defensive miscue by the Bear Creek Express, and now it's got a couple of runners aboard for Grande Prairie. Only one down in the inning. The cleanup batter at the plate, Scott Nehigh. Nehigh won the Kevin Hurley Award for the best newcomer. Joe, I want to go back to 2016 for that, or maybe even earlier. I'm pretty sure it was here in Quad
16
Cities.
was Grand Rapids, wasn't it?
That was 17.
17? Yeah, you're correct then.
This one is lifted foul down the right side. I remember we had the discussion with Craig Donaldson at the time, and we didn't know where Scott was from, and we were speculating maybe East Coast or something, and he said no, right out of BC.
Yeah.
Craig Donaldson, one of the nominees for the ISC Hall of Fame that was announced today. Cleary misses upstairs. Greg Donaldson, 20-year commissioner with the IC from Canada West, passed away untimely about a year and a half ago. And
deeply missed.
Deeply missed here in the ISC indeed. Vice President of the World Tournament, did the scheduling, outreach with teams and international players. One of the first guys at the park in the morning, one of the last guys to leave at night. Dedication brought us into the digital scoring age back in 2015 with Point Streak. We've since moved to Game Changer. But Craig was a true gentleman, a true class act, and we do all miss Craig here, and we'll be putting Craig posthumously into the Hall of Fame in the administrator category. Brad Rona, congratulations, Brad. Know you're with us down in New Zealand. We will try to reach out to you tomorrow. I don't know that we're going to be able to get to it today, but we'll try to reach out to you tomorrow, see if we can get you onto the air and have a little chat about being nominated to the ISC Hall of Fame to be inducted next year at Circle Tap, Denmark, Wisconsin, 2023, a year from now.
Brad's son, Peter, playing in the tournament.
Yeah, I'm sure Pitta is really excited about that, and it'll be interesting to see if Brad does what Patty Shannon did and comes back and plays.
Yeah, puts the
next
uni
year
on
when he comes in.
That'd be great.
Yeah, maybe a future member of the Niagara Stompers.
Yeah. Hint, hint.
Todd Twatman from the Farm Tavern, amongst others, had his best years with the Farm Tavern. Elected to the Hall of Fame. Catcher. And a real good one, too. Defensively, strong offensive player. And a veteran player from the 1950s, Richard Helmuth, who played on the Dinuba, California Condors, a team that battled the Long Beach Nighthawks back in the day. There's a called strike for Cleary. In addition, congratulations to Dr. Bob Nidick, who will be the recipient of the Bob Welby Award in 2023. And in the manager category, Circle Tap's own Dean Kane, longtime stalwart with the Circle Tap Dukes teams. He will be going in the manager category. So congratulations, one and all, on your nomination to the ISC Hall of Fame and the induction ceremonies. And related to that with Craig Donaldson, so I think his ceremony may be in 2024, because in 2024 we'll be going to Softball City in Surrey, British Columbia for the World Tournament, taking our roadshow, Joe, to the West Coast. It's been since 1997 that the IC World Tournament was in British Columbia, and we'll be back there in 2024. Softball City, fabulous venue. They've had the Canada Cup there over the years, an Olympic qualifier, and they'll be hosting the Canadian Men's Tournament there in 2023 and 2024. The big show, the ISC World Tournament, will come to town. Looking forward to that.
Yes.
There's a called strike. Pat Burns at the plate. Burns spent some time with Hill United Chiefs, spent a year at the Holman Twins, and there's a chopper in the infield. Nova's got to come hard to get it and wisely decides not to throw that away. And he'll put that in his back pocket. But Grande Prairie will load the bases here in the first. And Joe, it's often said if you're going to get to Sean Cleary, you got to get to him early. And Grande Prairie right now loaded the bases and an opportunity for them to break out in front. And that would be a big bonus for the Pirates if they could scratch one or more here off of Cleary in the first.
Yeah, that leadoff walk by Braden Arcan. And then some balls that really haven't even been hit out of the infield yet. So Sean Cleary has a chance to keep the slate clean. Blake Hunter trying to add some offense to the Grande Prairie tally board.
Well, that defensive miscue there with Cleary and Horn throwing to Horn behind the bag on what could have been a double play, that is looming large, as well as that walk, as you said. Bases loaded. Blake Hunter at the plate. Blake will know Sean well. They've been teammates on Canada for, going on 7-8 years, if not more. They played a lot of ball together, a lot of ball against each other, too. A called strike on the outside corner. Hunter disagrees, and a little bit of kick of the dirt and a look back. Folks, there we are here in the press box. Left to right, Joe Todd, Blair Setford, Luciano Lafrano. Kelly Joe Murphy here keeping score for us on Game Changer tonight. On the back diamond, our good new friend, Kieran Woodruff, is on Diamond 7. If you're a Kingston Axemen fan, you can watch that game live. That's on softballpremiertv.com, our secondary diamond coverage. Kingston Axemen, Pueblo Bandits in ISC 2 action tonight. And that game, part of our second diamond coverage here this week as we continue to expand the streaming coverage of the ISC World Tournament. Cleary and Boland are going to have the first of many talks tonight. Corville reminding him not to be too long out there, and after cleaning the plate, he's going to get right out there and break this one up. .22 degrees here still. That is about mid-70s Fahrenheit. It's been a gorgeous day here in Moline. Not a cloud in the sky, really. It's overcast the last couple of days, but bright and sunny today. Chopper on the infield. Nova will pick that up, step on the bag, and force Burns for the third out of the inning. They escape the jam. Bear Creek, a long top of the first inning. But they get out of it without allowing a run. You see the ground ball here from Hunter, and Nova will come across your screen and just step on the bag for the out. Stay with us. Bottom of the first coming up.
Whatever your delivery requirements are across North America, Skelton Truck Lines provides you with reliable, safe, and high-quality service at a fair price. Skelton Truck Lines equipment is satellite tracked and delivers small parcel, less than truckload, and expedited shipments throughout Canada and the U.S. With over 50 years of experience and more than 50 trucks serving 4 divisions, Skelton Truck Lines is a thriving Ontario business and a proud fastball sponsor. Visit us online at skeltontruck.com. Thanks to Mike Skelton for supporting the broadcast program. Whatever your delivery requirements are across North America, Skelton Truck Lines
Well, after that long top of the first inning, Bear Creek will come to the plate. Jordan Pomeroy will lead things off for the Express. Will be followed by Tyler Paulai, Colin Walsh, Ryan Boland, the catcher in the 4th spot. Jeff Lyons, designated player. Then Quentin Bruce, Derek Mason. Nestor Nova is in the 8 hole, and Brandon Horn bats 9th. For Grande Prairie, left to right across the outfield, Shane Milligan's in left, center Braden Arcon. Scott Nehigh is in right field, and then around the horn, Todd Williams at third. At short, it's Scott Galenza. The second baseman is Travis Head. At first, Corey Jones, and it's Zach Zippy Pierce on the board, pitching to Blake Hunter behind the plate. Joe Pierce has been very impressive over the course of the summer. In fact, you got to go all the way back to the spring down in Paraná, where I thought he put in a really good appearance with Team Canada.
Yes, he's really improved a lot. Spent a lot of time probably in the gym and throwing pitches, 100 pitches a day type of thing in the off season almost every day, and really working on his craft. Obviously is part of the program of the national team. So far, Zach has thrown 9 innings in the tournament and has 14 strikeouts. Good play there by the shortstop. Tyler Pauline now at the plate for the Bear Creek Express. Martin. Zach Pierce with a pitch. Pauli getting a bat on that ball. No balls, 2 strikes.
You see the crowd out in center field and across all the way to from left center and all the way across now to almost the right field foul line. Starting to build, and this is a nice softball crowd here tonight, Joe Todd. The seating area filled up. You can see behind home plate with that nice shot from center field. We just got to get a couple of them out there to stop leaning on that outfield fence and jiggling our center field camera. If you happen to be watching on your phone out there, folks, please stay away from the camera.
Please spread the word.
Yeah, let everybody know. Joe, some sad news. Don Prescott, a lifetime member of Softball Ontario, OASA past president, Manitoulin Island, passed away from COVID last week, age 89. Our condolences to the family and friends.
Son Delroy.
Wow, what a great catch out there in center field by Braden Archon, just to rob Colin Walsh. Let's take a look at that here. And the big diving catch, outstanding camera work and outstanding catch. Wow. Through one complete, we're scoreless. Express Pirates just getting underway. Sean Cleary completes his warm-up tosses, and the Bear Creek Express will get set to face Scott Galenza, Shane Milligan, Travis Head. 7, 8, 9 batters for the Pirates. And Joe, a bit of a moral victory, I guess, for Cleary and the Express, if nothing else, getting out of that top of the first inning with no damage. But certainly got to tighten up in the defense a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of extra work there put on by Sean Cleary. 25 pitches that inning. Threw a lot there, but was able to stay off, keep Grand Prairie off the scoreboard. Hopefully Grand Prairie wondering what they can do to try and score. You just hate walking away from a bases loaded situation and stranding 3 runners on base that early in the game.
And top of the second. So we're just going to get the scoreboard fixed for you. There we go. Luciano Lafrano, the man with a plan. There's a changeup for Cleary. Brought that one on early tonight, Joe. Second inning. It was the fourth inning before we saw the changeup from Cleary the other night.
Same number of pitches, though.
And it just misses on the inside corner. Cleary, very deliberate, and we say this often about Sean. He is painstakingly deliberate, but it's by design. Sean has got a game plan in mind. He's 4 or 5 pitches ahead of where he wants to be in terms of what he's doing out there. He is setting up each and every batter, and each pitch is delivered with a purpose.
Scott Galen's a British Columbia boy, I believe, right?
Alberta.
Alberta?
Yeah. Has worked with Softball Alberta in the past. Not sure if maybe he's still there or not, but has done some time with Softball Alberta.
Second leadoff walk in a row. Had a leadoff walk back in the first inning, too. Not a usual trait of Sean Cleary. Shane Milligan now at the plate for Grand Prairie. Batter number 8 in the Grand Prairie lineup, so we'll see if they potentially lay one down or play a little small ball.
Well, there's the turn to bunt. Todd McCullough, who's the skipper for Grand Prairie, down the third base batter's box, is pretty much by the book. He likes the bunt. He likes the small game. He will run. Likes to put pressure on the defense.
Make things happen.
And that pitch misses off the outside corner. Milligan, also a veteran from the Alberta days. And turns to bunt and fouls this one straight back to the screen. Sean is very hard to bunt on because his ball moves very late. He's got good movement on all his pitches, and he's very tough to square up, whether it's barreling up or on a bunt to square it up and set it down properly.
You're a wide open stance there by Milligan.
And this is fouled off at the plate. Shout out to our good friend Randy Frame outside the chute. Just tweeted that he's watching the game at home. Hope you're enjoying the IC World Tournament, Randy.
Thank you.
Look forward to chatting with you and Chris again one day soon.
Saludos a mi pana Cristian, que está en Argentina disfrutando con su señora Gaby y sus hijas Flor,
And of course, we should plug Dust Up, one of our sponsors here this week, with Hilly and Lolly. All the best beer tent banter. Swing and a miss there. Milligan can't catch up to that rise ball. Travis Head, second baseman, up to the plate. Joe, two of the hardest throwers here between Pierce and Cleary. You add in Devin McCullough into that group, and you get 3 guys that can break 80 for Team Canada.
Hey, you wonder if anybody brought a speed gun tonight? Little radar gun?
Took something off that downstairs to Travis Head to start.
I was told John Stewart arrived either late last night or today, so I'm sure he's at this game.
I heard the same, yeah, that John Stewart was in town. Maybe we'll see if we can get John up here. We talked to him in Simcoe, and he broke the news to us that Team Canada be playing in a pre-tournament event up in Palmerston North with Japan and maybe the U.S. and Australia, I think. Yeah, I'm getting a couple of nods here. So definitely Palmerston North, and I specifically remember Japan from that conversation. Swing and a miss there by Travis Head, but that'll be a nice tune-up for Canada in advance of the WBSC World Cup in late November in Auckland, New Zealand. North Harbour, was it
Roseland Park.
Is that what it's, Roseland Park?
I believe so. Really had him handcuffed there.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Feel bad for Travis Head. They can't hit that pitch. That is just about unhittable from Sean Cleary. That is a backbreaker. Oof. Foul tip and right into the glove. So back to the top of the shop, Braden Arcon. Arcon with that walk in the first, and Sean wasn't even really close to Arcon the first at bat. Well, looks like he's settled in a little bit now. This one misses downstairs. And for Sean, it's all about the comfort level with the mound. He can find that out there and get into that groove. This might be something Grand Prairie looks back on, that top of the first inning.
Yeah,
where they
leaving those 3
left
runners
the bases
there.
loaded. Yeah, that could be something that they're going to come back to regret. Swing and a miss. Drop ball just falls right off the table there.
Beautiful pitch. Took a little bit off, too. Sean's arsenal includes 2 or 3 different speeds as well as all the junk that he can put on that ball. Combine that with that changeup that he's got, and you're guessing.
Oh, and lost the footing, and throw down, sliding in safely there is Scott Galenza, but Cleary just lost all the footing there. His right foot, his landing foot just comes right up from underneath him on that replay. Show that one again. Watch Cleary's right leg. It just folds up underneath him.
Spike not catch, I wonder?
Or caught too much.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes the scoreboard went out. What happened there? Not in the park. The scoreboard in the park went out. Well, that's not anything you have to worry about in the viewing audience. You've got the scoreboard right on screen downstairs from Cleary. And he's behind again.
full de gente. ¿Quién me presenta?
Inside.
Circulación, lo pierde.
So a couple runners on again for Grand Prairie. That's 5 base runners now. We're just in the second inning.
Zona.
And second looks now for the Pirates. That's Sean Cleary. Todd Williams to the plate.
3 walks so far, too, just in the top of the second inning. Very uncharacteristic.
Oh, for Cleary, obviously that comfort level just isn't there yet. And pours in a strike there. But you can see he's going to be doing the landscaping out there. He's probably wishing he had that compactor from Galway Construction.
Williams. Con Galens en la segunda y Auscon en la primera base. Saludos a Rafael Puebla, gracias por estar ahí.
And downstairs, but going around is Todd Williams. It's a bit of a gift.
Yeah, real nice drop ball, but the great pitch there by Sean to deceive Todd Williams.
Número 16 en su camisa, sí, tal cual. Rafael Puebla, Argentina fue campeón en U23 allá en Puerto Ordaz, Venezuela.
Sean working that Gorilla Gold rag.
Piratas.
And chases upstairs. Todd Williams can't hold back. Strike 3. They strand another 2. Grand Prairie is going to look back on this at some point and wish they had been able to cash a couple of those runs. Sean Cleary dodges another bullet. The Bear Creek Express will come to the plate. Home half of the second. Still scoreless. Canada East, Canada West.
Murphy's Fish and Chips is not only a great place to get some of the best seafood in Canada, but is also one of the best fastball sponsors in the game. Voted Nova Scotia's best fish and chips by Eastlink TV, Murphy's is a family institution since 1996 and a proud fastball sponsor of many Canadian and ISC championship teams. Open 7 days a week. Come join us for our famous English-style fish and chips or any of our daily specials. Murphy's is located at 88 Esplanade in Truro, Nova Scotia. We thank Dave T. Anderson and Murphy's Fish and Chips for their commitment to fastball and the broadcast program.
Si uno de los dos queda en la final, obviamente
Ryan Boland will dig in against Zach Pierce. He'll be followed by Jeff Lyons and then Quentin Bruce for the Bear Creek Express.
si los dos no quedan, obviamente lo vamos a hacer antes.
First pitch swinging, Boland, 3 hopper out to Travis Head at second. And that's an easy flip to first for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out, 2 more like that, Joe, and Zippy can tie the record.
He's only thrown 9 pitches.
Zach Pierce, que lleva 9 lanzamientos, bastante
So Jeff Lyons to the plate, designated player for the Express tonight. And
Lions,
Joe, we were mentioning the other day that Jeff has been in and out of the lineup a little bit, but here as the DP for the Express, and I think a good choice by the coaching staff to get him into the lineup full time.
Big power swinger, uses the whole field. Very tough to strike out. He will always get a bat on the ball. He's going to fight.
Well, you just jinxed him by beating him up that much with the broadcaster's curse. Sorry, Jeff.
Don't let me down, Jeff.
That happened to us last night with Travis Wilson and I. We were beating up Erica Cho, I think, and then he meekly grounded out right after that. So. Fouls this one back to the screen. Want to give a shout out to Matt Chewy McLaren joining us from back in Ontario. Swing and a miss. See you. Broadcasters curse.
Yeah, the broadcasters.
Wow.
Blame that one on me, Jeff. Scratch that one from your average.
You and he are going to have words
Yes.
afterwards, I am sure.
That might cost me a drink.
Quentin Bruce, good young ball player. On the Team Canada radar screen for the future. Had a notion to go around, can't hold up. Gets a called strike at the plate from Steve Corvo.
Quentin Bruce, 4 hits so far in the tournament, 3 RBIs.
Joe, he's quietly emerging as one of the leaders on this Bear Creek team, too. They got a lot of them, and Ryan Boland in particular, Tyler Pauli. But Quentin Bruce is emerging as one as well.
Yeah, real good pickup out of the Owen Sound Junior program. Had a great junior career with Owen Sound. Went to the Canadians twice with them. Has been on the radar for the national program.
That's upstairs from Pierce. And he is, he's a bundle of energy out there, doesn't he? Gets the ball back. He stomps around the mound there like he's putting out a fire. And then back to the board. Bruce now calls time.
Bruce trying to throw off his timing. Little cat and mouse play here.
Oh, and a changeup from Pearson, a beauty. Just a beauty there. Broke the back, and Bruce had nothing to do but go back to the bench. Let's watch this one again. This is a work of art. Oof. Yep, nothing but Quentin Bruce do. Tip your hat and go back and play some defense.
Coolbet. Comfortably thrilling.
There's Ryan Boland, catcher for Bear Creek Express for Team Canada. One of the leaders of the pack with regardless of whatever team he's on. And there's some of the Argentina players cheering on whatever joke it is. It looks pretty funny.
I think that was the Czech players, wasn't it?
Was it?
That was Michael Holbradek, I believe.
Oh, could be.
Clini sigue ahí en la lomita. Con 5 ponches.
This is the nightcap here on the main diamond. Behind us, it's Kingston Axemen, Pueblo Bandits in ISC 2 action. We'll have the ISC 2 championship game here Thursday afternoon on the ISC network. Base hit through the right side. Corey Jones pulls that one past Brendan Horn at second. And third straight inning, base runners for the Grand Prairie Pirates.
Grand Prairie have to make things happen, though, now. Got to move those runners, put them in play. Stranded 5 runners to this stage so far.
There's Katrona Lafrano, our ace camera operator. She's operating that action camera here this week and doing a great job. There she is, Luciano's better half. Whenever you see a ball in action or a runner, that is Katrona following the action, doing just an absolutely great job here this week. All of the sights and sounds of the ISC World Tournament here on the ISC Network. Thank you for joining us here. Jonathan Pueblo, third inning in that game behind us. A reminder, that one is on softballpremiertv.com, our second diamond coverage. And Sean, halfway down to home plate, never really shows a lot of emotion, but he can occasionally give you just a hint of a nod or a glance to let you know that he's a little bit unhappy with whatever call there was there.
Ryan Boland did as well.
And Nihai fouls this one off at the plate. Joe, I remember remarking on this Grand Prairie team when they were in Simcoe at the time that, boy, they grow 'em big out there. Because Scott Nihai is a big man, and they've got several more that are all physical specimens like him on this Grand Prairie team. Something in the water out there, out west. Another one back to the screen. Boland will make a good play to keep that off the dirt. And we want to say hello to our good friends out in Newfoundland who are watching at home or gathered somewhere. Maybe on George Street.
Haven't made it out there yet.
Oh, you're missing something. That is a trip you got to make, Joe. Put that on your bucket list. See all the colored houses, George Street, the Signal Hill, Terry Fox Memorial. There are plenty of things to see and do in and around St. John's, Newfoundland. Thoroughly enjoyed ourselves out there in 2016. I've been lucky enough to get out there a couple of times now and enjoyed every single minute of it. Sean trying to find a ball that he likes. I gave him a white, clean one. He's probably not going to want to throw that. Work that the girl of gold drag a little bit. Yeah. This one fell back into the screen as well, and the jiggling on that center field camera just came as somebody hopped the fence out there in center field about a panel down from the camera. I just happened to look up and see the guy come over the fence as the fence was jiggling.
Got a good little battle going here with Nihaj and Cleary. 2-2 count.
Little flare. Brandon Horn will go back just onto the grass and takes care to not get caught up on that lip. And I was just about to say, Joe, it felt like Scott Nihai had been up there for about an hour.
He had fouled off a lot of pitches.
Patrick Burns to the plate. Pat, out of the Saskatoon area. His dad, Gary Burns, assistant coach with the Pirates. Is that Gary out at first?
Yes,
I
it
think
is.
It is. Yeah.
Yep.
First base coach for the Pirates. That one is lined out to left. That's going to drop in. Base hit for Pat Burns. Quentin Bruce quickly over to pick that up, get it back into the infield. But first pitch swinging and got a rise ball to his liking. And you see Quentin Bruce bring that back into the infield. So Blake Hunter to the plate. Hunter popped up.
No, fielder's choice.
Oh, the fielder's choice,
The-
that's
the-
right. Yeah,
the
he hit the
shortstop.
ground ball to Sean.
Yeah.
And they were going to try to get the double play. Pomeroy shaded over to left just a bit in center. This one is fouled back out of play in the right side. Paulai straight up in right. Bruce straight up in left. Well, that looks like a brand new K-Master that they just threw in for Cleary. He's not going to want that. He'll get rid of the ultra white one.
Blake Hunter getting a second crack at runners in scoring position. Back in the first inning, the bases were loaded for Blake.
And that misses outside. Cleary rocks, kicks, deals, and misses inside. 2-2. 2 on, 2 out. 1 out. Third inning. Once again, Grande Prairie with a couple runners aboard, Joe, and Cleary so far has been able to shut the door, but you got the feeling at some point Grande Prairie could break through here. Swing and a miss there. Hunter down on strikes, and Cleary bobbing and weaving out there. They haven't been able to land anything, a solid blow just yet. You see Cleary elevate this pitch, get it over the bat of Hunter. There's a couple of members of the Hallman twins discussing their 3-1 win over the Circle Top Dukes a little earlier tonight. 2 big home runs from Blaine Milheim, Cam Schiller, 2 of the Americans on the squad for the Twins, and that was the difference really for that game. It was the 2-run home run all the way back to the first inning. There's a leadoff walk, the Milheim home run, and the Twins out to a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first, and they never looked back.
Hey, Mumata able to shut the door in that game quietly.
Well, Cleary's looking to do the same thing here. Nowhere near as efficient as Zach Pierce, his counterpart, has been. Cleary's had base runners aboard, 2 base runners aboard at least in all 3 innings here, but has been able, as we said, to work around that and keep them off the scoreboard, if not off the score sheet. Galenza trying to get a bat on the ball here, and well, this one is short right. Tyler Paula, long run, collision with Horn. Neither of them can get it. Here's a throw to the plate. They're going to get Burns at the plate, but they do get one, as coming in to score was Corey Jones around from second. Little ambitious trying to get Burns in there. But a valiant effort from Pauli and Horn, but neither of them can get it. We're going to see it here. This is lifted into no man's land and real short right. And you see out of the nowhere, here comes Pauli. Fortunately, they launched the ball forward onto the infield, and they get Burns dead on arrival at the plate. It was a bit of a break there as they knocked the ball forward. That could have easily skipped past them and gone to the outfield, and could have been an inside the park home run. So a break for the Express. They only give up 1 for the Pirates. They get 1. They get that lead that they've been looking for.
For the best Bear Tent banter on the airwaves, listen to Dust Up with Hilly and Lolly. Here's some of the biggest stars chatting with 2 of Newfoundland's own, Jason Hill and Steve Mullally. It's unfiltered and uncensored. Dust Up with Hilly and Lolly, wherever you get your podcasts. Yes, bye.
2 Hall of Fame players. 1, a 3-time All-World player and twice the leading hitter at the ISC World Tournament. The other, a 5-time All-World player who led the World Tournament in RBIs in 2008. Reese Casely and Travis Wilson, our teammates, our friends, our family. Congratulations, Reese and Travis, from all of us on the New York Gremlins, on your induction into the ISC Hall of Fame.
Well, you saw the big home run from Nestor Nova. And this one misses downstairs to Brandon Horn. We're a bit late getting back here. There's a couple of things going on in the booth. Nestor Nova ties things up with a shot to left center field. And there's in for a called strike. And Joe, big opportunity not wasted there by the Twins. Derek Mason gave one a ride. Nestor Nova turns one around, gets it out of the park, and they tied things up pretty quickly.
Well, and when you get production like that out of your number 8 batter, that's a bonus. Brandon Horn taking a walk, too. 8-9 getting on base.
And Brandon Horn, just like having a second leadoff batter.
Great base runner. Smart.
So back to the top of the shop, Jordan Pomeroy. And this one gets away from Blake Hunter behind the plate. We'll say hello to good friend Corey Alkerton watching up in Eastern Ontario out on the farm. This one fouled off by Pomeroy. Yeah, miss seeing you here, pal. The Axemen certainly miss seeing you here as well. They were down 3-0 at last look. They're on our alternate channel, softballpremiertv.com, for our secondary streaming. And Pomeroy swings and misses at that. So Tyler Pauli to the plate. Joe, we saw him launch one to right field the other night.
He's got a great upper body strength, great hands, pulls the bat through, nice and smooth. But the bat speed is what I look for. Tyler Pauli turns the bat as quickly as anyone.
And Pierce is proving to be hard to handle here for Blake Hunter. Keegan Arcon not here this week, and Joe, a lot of the catching has been done by Keegan Arcon through the season, but Blake Hunter pressed into duty here this week.
Congratulations to Keegan and his wife. They just gave birth.
So good reason for not being here. Keegan Arcon and his wife just having a brand new baby at home. So congratulations to them. If you are watching, I know the Pirates will pass along their congratulations, and we do as well. I guess that's a good reason to not be here at the IC World Tournament, Joe. There are plenty of congratulations. And Cooper Arcon, born August 16th, weighing 8 pounds 2 ounces. Ooh, healthy size. That a future Grand Prairie Pirate. Thanks, Rich Haldane, for sharing that with us. Tyler Pauli grounds out to second baseman Travis Head. Hard hit ball, but right at Head. And the Express tie it up. So we got ourselves a good one here, Joe. 1-1. Sean Cleary back out to the board for the Express. We will await Sean's appearance. Here he comes there. We'll take our break, and we'll be back with you momentarily. Stay with us.
Does your game need work? Want to get better every game? every at-bat? You need Lumberjack Sports, focusing on exceptional quality and providing players with reliable, long-lasting product. Lumberjack Sports brings you in-game equipment and off-field workout gear, designed and tested by top fastball player Nick Shales. Hard work, strength, and all-around commitment to getting the job done, and done right, is the motto for Lumberjack Sports. Learn from the best. Play like the best. Check out lumberjacksports.ca. Does your
Back here, top of the fourth.
Shane Milligan out the plate. Shane struck out back in the second inning.
Luciano Lafrano doing his Forrest Gump imitation. Run, Forrest, run.
Run, Forrest Gump. Entonces, aquí regresamos, bienvenidos.
The running man.
Aquí venimos a arreglar la cámara central.
Cleary gets a strike.
Y a regañar a la gente del center también.
He said, I don't like it when they make a fresh batch of popcorn downstairs.
No, it just makes me want to go out and get some.
Yeah.
I am a huge popcorn fan.
Yeah.
Chopper in the infield. Cleary's got to come get that. No opportunity to make a throw. That just in no man's land. I don't know if Derek Mason can do anything with that. He's got to come another 3 steps to come get it. It's just an all-around no man's land there. You see Cleary, no opportunity to get Shane Milligan. So he's aboard with an infield hit, and another runner aboard, Joe Todd. They've had the leader-off batter on every inning.
Every inning, yep.
So fourth inning now, and Travis Head to the plate. 9 batter for Grand Prairie.
Esta señores, gracias por estar con nosotros. Milligan es el bateador. Contento de estar con nosotros. Tenga aquí con nosotros.
Got from the Express.
Squares to bunt, pops this one way back. I thought that was going to come all the way back to one of us.
First one dropped it when it breaks out a little bit. It's the one that's hitting -1.
You okay over there, Luciano? Yeah? Good? Get your breath back. One of the cameras? Yeah. Luciano, our technical producer, also does the Spanish commentary. And all-around technical genius. And run, Forrest, run. Run out, fix the camera, run back. 1-2.
Soy el más rápido a nivel mundial de ir a arreglar una cámara y regresar. Soy el número 1, el más rápido de todos. Está certificado. Ahí está Josh Cleaning, presenta.
And swing and a miss there. That is a good sequence from Sean Cleary, Ryan Boland. Travis Head chases up and out of the zone. And Cleary has been able to elevate that rise ball, Joe, when he's needed to.
Milling está en la primera base.
So back to the top of the shop.
Viene a batear ahora.
Braden Arcon. He's now an uncle.
Número 16.
Yes.
Uncle Braden.
Wonder if he knows yet.
We might have broken the news right here on IC Network. Rich Haldane helping us out.
Thank you, my friend. Ray Sanford.
Helps when you're on the team email thread.
Yeah.
And you get the scoops.
Número 16.
It's a good look at Braden.
Oscar.
Yeah, called strike in the outside corner.
Gracias a todos por estar
Braden's a
con
big,
nosotros.
strong boy, though. He's well put together.
75 lanzamientos. El canadiense. Gracias a Valle Sky.
For his size, he really runs extremely well, covering a lot of territory out in center field.
Respiro. Tengo que correr a 1000 millas al center field.
And there's another chopper on the infield.
Tercera base.
Mason comes across and zips a throw over to first, but they just can't get Braden Arcon. And again, fourth time in a row, the Pirates have got 2 runners aboard. And boy, this is just an uncharacteristic outing for Sean Cleary. Lots of pressure on Sean. Usually works painfully slow, but usually typically clean innings. But anything but here tonight, and just piling up the pitches.
And the big thing to me, Blair, that I noticed is that the balls aren't hard hit. The balls are just staying, off change-ups maybe that they're catching, or little squibblers in the infield.
Yep, they're bleeders, and we got a pinch runner going in, number 34, Mitch Stack.
Thank you.
Last night we had Mark Stack running.
Yeah.
Tonight it's Mitch Stack. It's all Stacks all the time. Stacks, of course, from Petty Harbor, Newfoundland. Visited them when I was out there in 2016. Wonderful hosts.
Williams.
Right next door to the Chiefs. Colin Walsh from Petty Harbor.
Afuera bola. Primera mala para Williams.
Todd Williams with 2 strikeouts so far.
Se fue para la calle.
Strikeout in swinging in the first and looking in the second.
Yeah, he's
Back up again in the fourth.
He's one guy that hasn't been able to solve Sean Cleary, even with a nubber here, there, or anywhere. Swing and a miss. And Joe, you're absolutely right. I don't think they've hit a ball collectively out of the infield.
Well, Corey Jones had the one.
Other than Corey Jones, yeah. It's been nubbers and bleeders. I'm sure they'd settle for a seeing eye single right now and try and push another run across.
Swing, ay, ay, ay. Se mete dos strikes.
Bolin will take this one most of the way out. I guess that one really doesn't count as a meeting, does it?
No.
You only walk it 3/4 of the way out.
Yeah.
Vive el caballete Nova, que se fue para la calle con un swing increíble. Es la única carrera que tiene ahí los Express. Gracias, Beltré, gracias por tu cariño y gracias por tu mensaje. Pirates 1, Express 1. Un nuevo juego después de ese jonronzazo increíble de Nova. Fuera.
Just off the outside corner.
2-2 el conteo.
Sean looking for that another black piece of the plate. Todd Williams trying to pick up his first hit of the night. Who's going to win the battle?
Going upstairs from Cleary. Did a good job. A lot of guys have chased that elevated rise ball from Sean Cleary tonight. Full count.
English version is ISC fastball. My partner, left center, and your top.
You see the sequence that Bolin runs through for Cleary. Likely either their second or third set of signs. And called strike 3. Can't pull the trigger this time. Todd Williams will be happy to see Sean Cleary get into the dugout and stay there at some point. He has had a tough night with Sean. He's certainly not the first and certainly won't be the last. So now what do you do with Corey Jones, Joe? Do you nibble around Jones and take your chances with knee high with 2 out in the inning?
He'll be, if I was pitching, he'd be facing all drop balls. If he's going to hit it, he's going to hit it in the dirt. Keep it in the infield. Wouldn't be getting a pitch over the waist. Give your infielders a chance.
Well, went for the rise ball well up and out of the zone. Jones chased it, so if he hits that pitch out of the yard, you just got to tip your hat to him. That's at his eyes, but swinging, they threw it. Saw 2 there at one point from Ryan Bolin and in amongst all the other hand signals. Inside drop, and Jones not thrilled with that call. So 0-2 on the 3-batter for the Pirates. Cleary shakes one, gets something that he likes. And fouls this one straight back to the screen. Ooh, he got a lot of the plate with that pitch. I don't think that was where they wanted it.
Got a little too much of the plate. Corey says, give me that pitch again.
Yeah, I think he'd like that one back too. Sean wants to talk to Ryan. Corvo's like, hey, your pitcher wants you to run out for another meeting. Sean and Ryan talking to their gloves. Corvo will go break up that. A little coffee clash. We'll reset. 0-2 on Corey Jones. Joe, 9 base runners by my count for Grand Prairie tonight. They've only been able to cash 1. They had 1 thrown out at the plate. This one misses downstairs. So 1-2. Not chasing that waste pitch from Cleary.
Descendencia panameña, creo que su papá o su mamá son de Colón, de Panamá. Información que me llegó hace poco.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. They dodge another bullet.
Yeah.
Elevates the rise ball one more time through the zone. Cleary, Bear Creek Express. A lot of pitches thrown through 4 innings. 1-1. Bear Creek, Grand Prairie. So, Joe, who is the fastest? Alan Pecker, Yusuf Davis? Are you got a horse in that race?
Alan Pecker's my man. I'll take him.
Yeah, I think I got to agree. As much as I like Yusuf and wish that I was a tenth as fast as Yusuf, I think Pecker might get him by a stride.
Both those guys could probably run backwards faster than I can.
Well, now, Joe, let's not get carried away.
No, that's true.
Backwards blindfolded.
Yeah, backwards blindfolded.
Colin Walsh to the plate. And a little... That's a fair ball. And Walsh never got out of the box. He couldn't believe he actually made contact with it. He's trying to pull the bat out of the way, but a little excuse me, check swing, fair ball. And there will never, in his entire career, be an easier out for Corey Jones than that one. So one down, Ryan Boland to the plate. The Express, Joe, I think, are about a full batting order behind the Pirates right now.
Yeah, that's correct.
A full 9 guys behind.
Do have some radar gun readings from Woody. Sean Pierce was anywhere 76 to 78 with his rise ball. He also threw the rise ball on the home run, but the home run speed on that particular home run was only 73. So something taken off on that one. His 4-speed, that was a 4-seam drop. And changes for Pierce were in the 57 to 58 mark. Sean Cleary, 78 to 81 with a 4-seam drop. And then 74 to 76 on his curveball.
We haven't seen the knuckleball from Sean Cleary tonight. He was throwing knuckle changes in Simcoe. And Chris Abbott and I were astounded that Cleary was throwing the knuckleball. And not just slow either. He was throwing the knuckleball with a bit of pace on it at times as well. I guess just playing around a little bit. Weekend tournaments, the place to do that. We'll get the pitch count at the end of this inning, and it'll be an inning-to-inning comparison. And I got to believe it's almost 2-1 in terms of how many Cleary has thrown compared to Pierce. But Pierce there, a little slap of the hip with the glove. Not happy with that pitch. Boland fouled it straight back, and he's unhappy. So everybody's unhappy. It's like they're on an airplane.
Are waiting for the rent-a-car.
Or waiting for a rent-a-car, that's right. Just trying to forget that 90 minutes of my life wasted. Called strike 3, Boland down on strikes. He'll have to bite his tongue because he's going to hope to get that call later in the game too. You see it here. Inside corner. 2 down now on the inning. Jeff Lyons. Don't big up Jeff Lyons, Joe.
I'm not saying a word.
You cost him a strikeout in the first. See, he gets the ball in play. To Hopper, out to short, and a 1-2-3 inning. We'll come back in the top of the 5th. We'll get the pitch count for you. Stay tuned.
Do you need a reliable supply of products to run your business? Are you tired of having to deal with multiple suppliers to get everything you need? Absolute Business Supply is your dedicated, full-service business supply partner offering over 400,000 products and unmatched customer service. At ABS, we aren't just selling products. We offer a commitment to building meaningful relationships with our customers getting to know your business goals so we can provide the best possible solutions for your needs. Find us on the web at absolutebusinesssupply.ca and let us get it for you. Do you need a reliable supply of products to run your business?
There's the camera disturbers, is where they're now known.
No, señor, aquí regresamos al parque de pelota. Saludos al
I
Cholo
have to send
Villalbazo.
Jordan Pomeroy out there with a message.
El Cholo Villalbazo y Eric Ochoa son como Wisin y Yandel.
Joe, pitch counts.
Como Chino y Nacho. Andan pa' todo
Zach Pierce, the 47. Sean Cleary, 88.
lado, los culpables que mueven la cámara ya quedan identificados.
So pretty much 2-1, kind of like what we thought.
Pelados. Cómo mueven las cámaras.
And we're only in the fourth inning, too.
Qué bárbaro. No hay manera.
Top of 5 now.
Yeah,
Four complete.
You're right, absolutely right. 4 complete. 3-0 now for Pueblo in the 6th inning. That's on our alternate channel, softballpremiertv.com. That's on Diamond 7.
Quieren ver el parque en
That's an IC2 game. Kingston Axemen, Pueblo Bandits.
website www.softballpremiertv.com en inglés www.
These are the last 2 games of the night here. The ISC World Tournament for day 4. And we're gathering momentum as we speed towards Championship Saturday. Who will be in that championship game? Joe Todd. Could be Bear Creek Express. Could be the Grand Prairie Pirates. Kitchener-Hallman Twins moved on to a winter bracket semifinal game with a win earlier today. Bear Creek and Grand Prairie looking to do the same. Tomorrow night, on the bottom half of the bracket, it will be your Gremlins in action, along with the Hill United Chiefs. J&B, they had a pretty impressive win last night, I thought.
Saludos a Fernando El Salinas desde Uruguay. Un abrazo, un umpire.
And who am I missing on the bottom side of the bracket? IEWP Lumberjacks, our good friends, the camera disturbers. We think that's who it is, and if it's not, we apologize to the EWP guys. They've got on some aqua blue stuff out there, so that's why I was thinking maybe it could be the Wander Springs Chippers out there too. Come to think of it, they've got those aqua unis too. Big cut there by Scott Knee-High. Wander Springs knocked out a little bit earlier today by Ostrander. Bit of an upset there. A couple upsets today. Joe Oma Tigre knocked out of the tournament by the AHI Reapers. Congrats to Rick Thompson and his boys for that win. Nate's Otto Fisher beat Waterdown Hammer earlier today as well. Swing and a miss by Knee-High. Chases the drop ball out of the zone. Midland Explorers in a real good ball game with the Ohio Bombers. 3-1 winners, so Midland moves on. Niagara Stompers over Dolan and Murphy. Oswegan Redmond in the Battle of the Redmen beat the Pegasus Redmen 2-0. Toronto Batmen moved on with a win over the Universidad Nacional de La Matanza. Big upset here, San Antonio Glowworm, a 2-1 win over the Kegel Black Knights. And we mentioned Ostrander Norseman knocking out the Wander Springs Chippers.
Ahí está Cleaning. Swing completo. A Burns. Pat Burns.
Burns chases that rise ball up and in
Saludos a Marcos
for a
Díaz,
strike.
Caballero del Futuro.
Pat Burns with back-to-back singles in the game so far.
Ya se quedó
First
eliminado.
inning that the leadoff batter has not
Caballete me-
got on base for the Grand Prairie Pirates.
Eliminado, no puede transmitir un jueguito por lo menos.
Well, tried to bunt, then tried to get out of the way of it and fouled it off. But at least it went foul, unlike for Colin Walsh.
Yes.
Pasó, güey. Está esperando su vuelo para Monterrey. Allá nos vemos, caballo. Marcos Díaz. strike rápidamente. Como un out en la parte alta del quinto episodio.
Called strike 3. Cleary gets the outside corner. Burns down looking. And that's 3 in a row now for Cleary after. Sorry, 4 in a row for Cleary. After he worked out of the jam in the 4th and sets the first 2 guys down here in the 5th. And if you're Grand Prairie, Joe, wow, stranded 8 through the first 4 innings.
Yeah, you just can't do that. You're putting yourselves in a real deep hole, and sometimes you can't be able to pull yourself out.
Inside, yeah, you've got to take advantage of one of those or more of those opportunities because you're not going to get them that often against Sean Cleary. You got a couple of breaks here and there. You got lots of walks. More than your fair share of walks than you would typically get against Cleary.
De Villa María. Vamos a transmitir los juegos del Mundial U19 de la WSC. Uno encargado de la producción en vivo para la Confederación Mundial de Béisbol y Softball en Perú. Muchos amigos peruanos. Dejamos por allá.
Up and in. You got Hunter on that inside rise ball. Blake's last at bat.
Es el bateador en turno. Calenza y Milligan le están esperando. Ahí detrás, en la fila.
And there's a called strike down on the inside corner. Hunter is saying that that's in.
It's full, I think.
One ball, 2 strikes. Cleary looking for his first clean inning of the game.
Oh.
Was not 1 and 2. Was 3 and 2. So much for the clean inning thought. How many walks for Sean?
1, 2, 3.
4 walks. That's uncharacteristic in and of itself. The fence. Oh, fast. Cleary, yes. Cleary 78 to 81 miles per hour. And Pierce around 78.
Hablando que Pierce viene siendo el que está lanzando ahora, Cleaning, está como en 76, 77 en la recta. Isaac Pierce, que es el que está versus el equipo del Pirata, está como 72, 73 por ahí. Ese es nuestro amigo Dave Sanford.
And again, a called strike on the front corner there. Scott Galenza. Good at bat there by Blake Hunter, Joe, to work the walk. He was down on the count.
Worked his way back, though. Good plate discipline.
This one inside. I swear I just saw Terry Chalice in the crowd, ISC Hall of Famer and a member of the Sudbury Relics. Terry will be here for the Legends Tournament, which kicks off Thursday. And I guess a lot of the Legends getting into town today. Get an extra day away.
Yes, you are correct. I see seeds over there too.
Mike Sidor. A couple of former Toronto Gators. Some of the Toronto Dieppe Ridge Legends squad. We're going to get into town tonight, hoping to get over to the park. Ray Carr and some of the other Niagara Falls boys. Robbie Graytrix, possibly.
I saw Ray Carr downstairs.
Did you? Okay, so they made it in. And upstairs, and 2 straight walks, and once again, 2 runners aboard for Grande Prairie for the 5th straight inning. They got the bases loaded in the first, 2 aboard in the second, 2 aboard in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 2 more here in the 5th. Jeff Pauli out for a visit. Jeff Pauli will be trading uniforms. He'll be putting on a Waterloo Jack Slammers uniform in the Legends division. He'll be a busy guy. He was scurrying back and forth at the Kennedy's qualifier between Bear Creek games and Waterloo Jack Slammer games. Almost edged out Tyler for the family home run lead in the qualifier, but Tyler pipped him at the wire with a home run in the championship game, I think. Shane Milligan at the plate.
Milligan. De 2-1 va hoy. Cuidado con Milligan.
And this one misses upstairs. And Cleary seemed to have it on cruise control, Joe, for the first 2 batters there with Knee-High and Burns. But now Hunter and then Galenzo with 2 straight walks. And struggling a little bit here to get back to the strike zone. And swing and a miss there by Milligan.
Milligan got that squibbler back to Sean, in between Sean and Derek Mason last time. Just kind of hit it off the end of the bat.
Called strike, and Milligan backed away, not enthused about that call.
No.
Let's put it that way. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 aboard. We're tied at 1. Top of the 5th inning. Grande Prairie Pirates at the plate. Once again, trying to cash some runners here. Only been able to push 1 across tonight. Called strike 3. Down on strikes goes Shane Milligan. Cleary strikes out the side, in and around a couple of walks. Grande Prairie now into double digits for runners stranded. And we'll see if the Express can use that for some momentum building on their side. Here's the pitch. Can't get the bat off the shoulder.
This business was opened in 1965 by my father, Ned Matiosi. Could have walked in here 25, 30 years ago and seen just about the same thing. The process of making this suit takes about 6 weeks. It goes through about 12 or 13 hands as it's moved along the line. It's an old-time place. Making stuff from scratch here in the city at a reasonable cost. It's a very personal type of business.
We're just doing our sums and totals here. Joe, 10 runners stranded by Grand Prairie.
10 runners on base, and 5 of those were in scoring position. Something that they just couldn't find that big hit, clutch hit when they needed it.
Well, they are going to regret that if they come up on the short side of this one. You cannot say in any way, shape, or form that Grand Prairie haven't had their chances tonight. Quentin Bruce at the plate. Oh, isn't that sweet? Yeah. We need the kiss cam, Joe.
Really? Yeah.
Pitch misses off the outside corner. Pitch count now, folks. 51 for Pierce, and oh, you got to wait to get back to Cleary.
Yeah.
Okay. This one fouled out of play, but over 100 for Sean Cleary at last look. Two balls, 2 strikes on Quentin Bruce.
Quentin's only second time at the plate. Got caught looking at a third strike back in the second inning.
Fouls this one back to the screen. Grand Prairie guys are going to be coming up on their 4th cuts pretty soon. I think by next inning they will be, because they're going to go 9-1.
This business was opened in
Sorry. That was my fault. A little clumsy there. 1-1 in the 5th, indeed. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bruce, healthy cut, but fouled it right back. Swing and a miss over the top. Good drop ball there from Zach Pierce. Down on strikes goes Quentin Bruce. Joe, still got a real good crowd here, and why would you leave a 1-1 ball game?
Yeah, I'm very impressed with the crowd for a Tuesday night here. Very early in the week, and good crowd across the outfield, too. Bleachers are full. Club seating right in front of us here at this diamond.
Pat Burns throwing in the bullpen for Grand Prairie. It's probably just, well, it is. It's just a little bit of soft toss, just making the arm go round. No fear of a change. I can't imagine at this point. There's a great changeup into Derek Mason.
Mason con un out. Estamos en la parte baja del 5º episodio. Roletita la primera.
Little bleeder up to first, and Corey Jones. Not quite as easy as the one off the bat of Walsh, but it's in the same neighborhood. And I fell into that one. Still made the play. Our ace camera operator.
Zach Pierce won't be making the same mistake he did back in the 3rd inning to Nestor Nova. Threw him a little bit of a rise ball, took something off of it. Nova sailed it out of the park.
dominicano. Swing completo, se mete
Big
los
cut there by
Está
Mr. Nova.
ansioso el pelado, relax,
Nice drop there by Pierce.
Chases that one out and away. Zach Pierce, another efficient inning for the Grand Prairie Pirates. We're going to go to the top of the 6th. Score is 1-1. Seems like it's been that way forever, Joe.
Cool Bet. Comfortably thrilling.
Sure. Hi to Betty Moncrief and the Moncrief family back in Peterborough area. Thanks for watching. Stay with us all week.
Hi, indeed. Betty, Jerry, glad you guys are with us. And we miss you here at the park, but appreciate that you're joining us here in the ISC network. Pitch counts. Sean Cleary at 111 and comes out of the game, as that is Justin Schofield on here for the 6th inning. And Joe, 111 in pitches is enough for anybody.
Thank you.
Some good memories for Justin Schofield on this diamond. Back in 2016, came on in relief in the winner's bracket final. Picked up the win in that game in extra innings with the Toronto Gators over Hill United Chiefs in a real memorable game, one for the ages. Wayne Laulu with a walk-off home run in that one. Justin Schofield and Sean Cleary have been a pretty potent combo over the years. And he'll get a new batter to face as well. Dallas Kipfer will come in to pinch hit for Travis Head. Kipfer, young ball player of Ontario. Joe, just about 3 years probably out of the junior program, the U23, and has his own baseball softball academy that he operates back in Ontario, and playing this summer full-time with the Grand Prairie Pirates.
A couple of winters ago was able to spend his winter season over in New Zealand.
Called strike on Kipfer. Schofield, great changeup, world-class drop. Rise ball typically is out of the zone, and if the Grand Prairie guys can lay off that, you can zone in on the drop. But throws very hard. Love to see what the radar gun readings would be for Schofield. That was the... Might have been a high drop there.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like it had...
Top spin.
That front top spin, exactly, yeah.
Presenta Schofield. Pegado, dice que no voy.
Guess that pitch missed a little high.
I guess.
Swing and a miss. Gets him to chase upstairs. Good start for Schofield, who can occasionally take a couple of batters to get settled in. But that is a good start for Justin. I'll say hi to Montana Schofield, who she's not here, and I haven't seen her here this week. She'll be back at home in Wolfville, Nova Scotia. Told this story before. I was in Wolfville, Nova Scotia at a business conference. Well, it's pre-COVID, so at least 3 years ago. And I was staying at the Bloemen Inn, which is a local conference center. And Montana Schofield made me some cookies and brought them over.
Oh,
fabulous.
Wow.
Yeah. Justin had told her I was in town, and she was kind enough to do some baking. And this is downstairs to Braden Archon, back to the top of the shop for his fourth plate appearance. And we haven't even got all the way through the order twice for the Express yet, have we? No, we're down to Brandon Horn in the 9 spot. That'll be his second appearance next inning. Only the second inning where Grand Prairie's failed to get the leadoff batter on.
Still a 1-1 ball game. Which team's going to blink first? Who's going to make the mistake? Who's going to get the big clutch hit?
Well, and that's the great thing. You have got guys who can put the ball out of the park up and down the lineup on both sides. There's a strike. Definitely agree with the comments in the chat about Justin Schofield being an all-around nice guy. Fully agree. One of my good friends in the game. Ball 4. And we keep that record intact of a base runner aboard every inning for the Grand Prairie Pirates.
Third time tonight, Braden Archon got walked. He's 1 for 1 with 3 walks.
It's a 1,000 on base percentage.
Yeah. Well, it's your job as a leadoff batter.
Todd Williams to the plate. Called strike in the inside corner, gets a look back, and a comment from Todd Williams. And the kind of night Todd's had, he doesn't need any iffy called strikes on the inside corner.
He might need a break later.
I'm sure he is thrilled to see the last of Sean Cleary.
Williams con Oscar en la primera base.
And a called strike again. Bolin was moving to his left. I think they wanted to set up a little bit further outside.
Scof is throwing hard, though, right now.
Yeah, like I said, I'd love to see the radar gun on Scof, see what he's bringing tonight. That's just off the corner. There was a great video clip on Twitter earlier this summer, too, of Schofield hitting a home run. Just a casual little bat flip, too. Like he does it all the time.
Yeah.
Inside, this gets away from Bolin. There's a free 60 feet, and that might be a break for Grand Prairie. Another runner-up in scoring position.
Esto es una película de terror. En este sexto episodio. Este lanzador, Scottfield, con 15 lanzamientos, inició contundente, pero se está viendo un poco incómodo ahora. Este lanzador canadiense de Ontario.
Sixth runner up in a scoring position, is that right? I think you had
Yes.
5
Yep.
previously. Yeah, sixth runner in scoring position.
Presente viene.
Just misses downstairs.
Corredor en segunda, en la segunda almohadilla.
Full count.
Una película de terror aquí que no estaban esperando.
Justin really working that Gorilla Gold in the back pocket.
And fouled back to the screen. I think Schofield got away with one there. I'm pretty sure Todd Williams would like to have that one back.
No. En segunda base, Askland, el corredor que está en la segunda almohadilla.
Straight away for the defense. Pomeroy in center. Paul in right. Quentin Bruce in left.
Scottfield.
Both corners are fairly deep in the outfield, I feel.
Máximo con un out. Seguramente le viene con un riser. Y Chiplin.
And fouled back again, straight back. Good battle here by Todd Williams, who got down on the count 0-2. And he's back to a 3-2 count. Yeah, Paul maybe a couple of steps deep and right. I would agree with that on that. Bruce.
Especially with what Todd has done at the plate.
He ido 3 veces con esta en México. Wow, no lo esperaba. Sonora, después fui a Tijuana.
This one is lifted out to left. Bruce is going to have to go back for it. Makes the grab and tag and a bluff and a strong throw into third. Good defense there by Quentin Bruce. It was a good thing he was that deep, Joe,
Yes.
because that was pretty hard hit to left.
Yes.
He had to take a couple of steps back to go get it and reaches way up. Quentin Bruce about 6'2", 6'3". I remember standing beside him, giving him an award a couple of years ago, and he was looking up at him. Like, wow, you're a big kid.
A lot better plate appearance there by Todd Williams.
Yeah, I mean, he'll have to take some personal satisfaction out of the good contact and at least not a K. Katrina Lafrano, your better half. Doing a wonderful job. Yes, thank you. And they're going to put Corey Jones on. And we do make you throw the 4 pitches in the ISC. There is no 4-finger intentional base on balls. And Joe, a few years back, I remember Juan Podolicio trying to walk, I think it was Tony Mancho with J&B. And Juan threw one way too close. Tony halfway stepped across the plate. Cobra could have called him for out of the batter's box, but he stepped halfway across and slapped a single the other way.
Happened to me back when I was coaching. Called the intentional walk to Marty McSorley. The pitch got away from my pitcher and went right down the middle of the plate, and the ball ended up, and I think it was in Cayuga when it landed.
Started in Simcoe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Marty, when he could get a hold of one, could send it a long, long way. We're playing him.
That was a quiet ride home.
Yeah.
Neham ha tenido muy malas apariciones. Ha tenido
So they walk Jones to get to Scott knee-high, and you got to take this personal if you're the four batter. Big swing and a miss there. And once again, Joe, 2 batters on.
66. La de tres nada el día de hoy con 2 corredores en base, la de ahí arriba está en segunda, la de ganar la partida está en primera.
Big cut comes up empty, knee-high. Needs a base hit here for Grand Prairie. Try and get them out in front. 0-2. Schofield looking to work out of a jam, just like Cleary has done all game long. It's a foul off the iron at the top of the big mesh fence. Bolin out for another meeting. Corners as well. Mason and Walsh. You've got the entire country covered out there in that meeting. Mason from the West Coast. Schofield, Nova Scotia. Boland and Walsh from Newfoundland. Inside and hits him. Oh, an 0-2 pitch, and boy, that is a mistake. You cannot just come that far inside and lose that pitch. Well, we're going to talk about this one now, and I guess the question is going to be...
Swing with the bat. Did he swing at it? I believe that.
Well, is that, yeah, or did it hit the bat first? Because those are the only two things. Well, they're confirming him over at first. Boland's going to plead his case still, and Corvo's going to say, no, we asked, and Boland's got to be careful there. That was almost contact. McCart's going to come out and save Boland from any further questioning. Have we got a replay, Luciano? No? Just wanted to see if we had a replay of the hit by pitch. So bases loaded. Pat Burns to the plate.
Pat with 2 hits tonight. Scored once back in the 3rd inning.
There's a called strike, so Schofield at least working ahead. Who did they throw out at the plate? I thought it was Burns that they threw out at the plate.
Nope.
Yeah, Jones scored.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you're right.
At the plate.
You're 9-2.
Yeah.
You are correct.
De conteo, momentos de película de terror.
So Schofield, long look in. And a called strike there in the outside corner. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Pat Burns. And Schofield, he was ahead of knee-high 0-2. And pitch got away from him inside and clipped knee-high to load the bases.
Burns got caught looking at a 3rd strike to Cleary back in the 5th inning.
Bolin out again to have another conversation with his pitcher. Walsh in. Bolin talking into his chest protector this time. Wipe a little sweat from the brow. Swing and a miss. They dodge yet another bullet. How long can they pull this Harry Houdini act? Grand Prairie stranding now, at least by my mental count, 13, and we'll pick that up with Joe Todd on the other side. But wow, Bear Creek Express. I don't know how long you can keep doing it.
Murphy's Fish and Chips is not only a great place to get some of the best seafood in Canada, but is also one of the best fastball sponsors in the game. Voted Nova Scotia's best fish and chips by Eastlink TV, Murphy's is a family institution since 1996 and a proud fastball sponsor of many Canadian and ISC championship teams. Open 7 days a week. Come join us for our famous English-style fish and chips or any of our daily specials. Murphy's is located at 88 Esplanade in Truro, Nova Scotia. We thank Dave T. Anderson and Murphy's Fish and Chips for their commitment to fastball and the broadcast program.
So Brandon Horn with just his second plate appearance for Bear Creek compared to half the Grand Prairie lineup who are on their fourth. Called strike. Brandon kind of officially retired, Joe, after this is 2019.
19 in Prague.
Yeah.
That
2021 didn't play, but really nobody did in that time frame. And back here with the Bear Creek Express, so there was a sort of kind of retirement.
Yeah.
Like he missed a season because he didn't play after Prague, I don't think.
No.
And this one is punched out to right. That's going to fall in for a base hit, and that's exactly what you get from Brandon Horn, exactly like a leadoff hitter at the bottom of the order, and sets the table for the top of the shop, Jordan Pomeroy.
Good clutch hit to start something going here for Bear Creek.
Now, Joe, I don't mind a bunt here in this situation if you are the Bear Creek Express. Now you're later in the game. If you can move him over, then you've got three really good sticks in Pauli, Walsh, and Bolin coming up to try to drive him in.
Yes, I like that. Yeah. Jordan Pomeroy hasn't looked good at the plate tonight either. Struggling a bit.
Ground out and a strikeout. Well, had the bunt out. Jordan Pomeroy, the latest from Newfoundland to get up here on the big screen. Pierce will go get that. He got it over the head of the charging third baseman. It was past Williams, but that's a good play by Pierce to be that alert to be able to go get that. You watch Pierce as he breaks off the board and then goes to get that, and scampering back is Brandon Horn. So
Puts himself in a good position to field the ball.
yeah, good out there for Grand Prairie. Keep the runner at first. Up and in to Tyler Pauli from Pierce. And Pauli surely not expecting that. Lifted up in the infield. The shortstop will come over and gather that in for the easy second out. Scott Galenza put that away. Pierce hasn't wasted any time. 3 pitches to get 2 outs after the base hit. And Colin Walsh. Strike downstairs.
The finals, Gremlins Pirates in Chief Challenge.
Finals and Chiefs Challenge was the Pirates and the Gremlins. Yes. Gremlins walk-off. Andrew Kirkpatrick. On the move, throw down is bounced and safe at second. Dropped by Galenza. Tough play. Was it Galenza or second baseman there, Travis Head? Or Kipper. I guess Kipper stayed
Dallas
in the
Kipper
game.
in the game.
Yeah, he stayed in the game for Travis Head.
Pierce tiene una profundidad increíble.
Took something off it. Walsh kept the hands back, but the weight was forward, and they just fouled it off.
Pierce has pitched a real good game. Just 2 hits so far. Brandon Horn picking up the second single of the game, other than the home run to Nestor Nova back in the third.
That's going to be up and over our heads here in the press box. He's been real efficient, as we talked about, had half the pitch count of Sean Cleary through the 5 innings. And this is really the first time he's faced any adversity other than giving up the home run to Nova.
Mm-hmm. Good and clean. He works quick. Got a great work tonight with Blake Hunter behind the plate.
7 strikeouts, I see. Is that right?
That's correct. Just the 1 walk.
Pierce on the core for Team Canada, as is Colin Walsh at the plate. Called strike 3, outside corner. Walsh not happy with that call. Zippy Pierce will lead his Grand Prairie Pirates back to the dugout. They will come up top of the 7th, tied still. 1-1 Pirates coming to the plate. Well, can Bear Creek get a clean inning, Joe Todd? They have yet to have a single one. They have had Bases loaded, 2 runners aboard, just about every inning. Bases loaded again in the 6th. They've been able to strand all of them but one. And one thrown out at the plate. It has been a challenge for the Bear Creek Express tonight, dodging and weaving.
13 runners left on base, 7 in scoring position.
First pitch swinging. Horn's got to come get it. Turn, sidearm throw. Did he pull him off the base? Dropped it. Walsh can't hang on to it. So the leadoff runner aboard again for Grand Prairie, Blake Hunter. And a pinch runner coming on, number 44, it looks like. So that is Merrick Roberts, young ball player from, Merrick Roberts? Richmond, BC. Thank you, Rich Haldane, for that. Probably a little faster than Blake, I think, is catching. You see Todd McCullough, head coach for Grand Prairie Pirates. One of the bright young minds in the game. Good to see Todd here with a club team. So Scott Galenza to the plate. And inside for a strike. And second strike, so he jumps ahead of Galenza. Called strike 3. Galenza was leaning to get back to the dugout before that pitch had hit the mitt. Schofield gets Galenza looking. That'll bring us to Shane Milligan. Milligan a couple of strikeouts, but reached back in the 4th. And swing miss there. That's the good drop ball from Justin Schofield. Nice tight spin, down and in. A tough pitch. Can't really do anything with that.
Third strikeout for Schofield there on Galenza. 15 for Bear Creek combined with Cleary tonight.
Increíblemente fast. Lo que está por Milligan. Roberts en la primera base.
Upstairs with the rise ball up and out of the zone, and that's, if you can get them to chase, that's a real effective pitch for Schofield. He's got to get them to chase.
Schofield haciendo una chamba increíble. Ahí está, parece que pasó el bate y lo aniquiló para el segundo out del episodio. Vamos a ver la repetición. Se va solito.
Down on strikes goes Shane Milligan. So Dallas Kipfer will try to bring this runner around. So Schofield back to the board. Big exhale. And Kipfer, good cut. Just fouled that off. Walsh will come in and pick that one up for Boland. Give his catcher a moment's respite. Beautiful time and night, probably still around 20, 21 degrees Celsius, low 70s Fahrenheit. Just a perfect night for a ball game, Joe.
Yes. And the crowd staying with us. 1-1 ball game.
Upstairs from Schofield.
Una con que trae con 2 outs. Está batiendo el número 22. Kid Ford. Último bate que entró por hit. Está esperando turno Ascar. Canta en el segundo strike.
You get a nod of the head from Kipfer. Yep, that was a strike. 2-2. 1-2. Inside. And another meeting. We get everybody involved in this one. Nova's been moving around a fair bit, Joe, in behind Schofield.
I think Ryan hurt his hand on that pitch.
It would not surprise me in the least. Schofield throws such a heavy drop. I mean, you're getting pounded all night long there by Cleary and then Schofield. There's no break there. But you're going to call the changeup every other pitch. That's what I'd do.
Ryan wearing the golf glove inside his catcher's glove.
I'd want to have an oven mitt. Some more padding. Called strike 3. Schofield gets out of that jam. Strikes out the side. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Bear Creek, a chance to win this ball game against all odds. Todd McCullough almost slams the ball into Zippy Pierce's glove. I think he's getting a little frustrated of all the guys that his team has left aboard tonight. 14 of them. Bear Creek could win it in the bottom.
Whatever your delivery requirements are across North America, Skelton Truck Lines provides you with reliable, safe, and high-quality service at a fair price. Skelton Truck Lines equipment is satellite tracked and delivers small parcel, less than truckload, and expedited shipments throughout Canada and the U.S. With over 50 years of experience and more than 50 trucks serving 4 divisions, Skelton Truck Lines is a thriving Ontario business and a proud fastball sponsor. Visit us online at skeltontruck.com. Thanks to Mike Skelton for supporting the broadcast program.
Bottom of the 7th. Can Bear Creek pull this off? By all rights, Joe Todd, this should be the Grand Prairie Pirates ball game, but Bear Creek, opportunity to win it here in the bottom. Ryan Boland, Jeff Lyons, Quentin Bruce, 4, 5, 6 for the Express. Big cut there from Boland. Chases the drop ball down.
Such a lopsided scoreboard there tonight. 1 run on 2 hits for Bear Creek. 2 runners left on base. Compared to Grand Prairie with one run scored, 4 hits, but 13 left on base. No, 14 now.
Yeah, they had the one in the top of the 7th. A pitch misses down and away. You can just hear the Bear Creek team in the back there. There's Eric Fogel coaching first base for the Bear Creek Express. And that clips Boland, and on his way to first, just kind of turn the hip a little bit into it. And he'll get a pinch runner, I'm sure. Yep, here comes number 7, Dallas Cornelius, to run for Boland, and he'll jog off. Paul McCart down with the change. Lyons gets a pat on the back from Jeff Pauli, third base coach. Big cut there, right back to the screen. Ooh, I think Pierce got away with one there.
Yeah.
Joe, we'll look ahead to tomorrow night on the ISC Network at 5 p.m. or thereabouts. The New York Gremlins and the AWP Lumberjacks. That'll be followed by the Hill United Chiefs and the JB squad from Agora Hills, California. That one looking forward to in particular. That'll be a rematch of the Losers Bracket final at the USA National last weekend. Lions swings at that one in the dirt. JB prevailed in that one in 9 innings, I think it was. They had the lead 4-3. They had scored 3 runs in the top of the 7th to take the lead. Bottom of the 7th, Roman Godoy on in relief gave up a home run to Shane Boland to tie it. It went another couple of innings. JB would push across 2, either the 9th or the 10th, I forget which, but they won that one 6-4. This one is shot down the left side, but that's foul. Pierce waits for the ball to come in from left field. He gets one from home plate, and he's going to stay with that one.
Presenta Zach Pierce. Afuera bola. 2-2 conteo.
The Express in full throat in their bench on the home side, third base. Lions list this one sky high in the infield, calling for his first baseman, Corey Jones, and he hauls that in. That was a major league fly ball, Joe. That was up there a long, long way. Up above the lights, too, and that can run into trouble. The lights here, Joe, of course, were replaced for 2016. And this one fouled into the screen. And they're very bright out here. Like, this is, I don't know if you can call it major league quality, but this is certainly immeasurably brighter than it used to be with the old lights that were here when we were here in 9, 11, and 13. Bruce fouls this one off. Even Travis Wilson, who sat in with us last night in the Gremlins game, remarked on that. He said the lights are a heck of a lot brighter. Wish they had been that bright in 2013. We might not have had a perfect game thrown at us. 2 hours, 38 minutes, says Luciano Lafrano. We are 1 out into the bottom of the 7th. This one fouled off into the screen as well.
Good job by Quentin Bruce to protect that plate. The 1-2 count. Just get a bat on it. Start looking for your pitch again. Good little one-on-one battle here.
Cornelius en la primera base. Un corredor emergente.
And misses downstairs. Bruce gets back to even in the count.
Bruce went down looking in the second inning and swinging in the fifth.
That one just fouled off the plate, just a piece.
Sigue batallando el turno número 21. Momento importante para este equipo canadiense.
And swing and a miss there. Quentin Bruce can't catch up to that one from Zach Pierce, the Saskatoon native from Saskatchewan, Canada. For those.
El segundo out del episodio. Ahí está, señores. 2 out, corredor en primera. Esto sigue.
Cornelius all the way over to third base to have a meeting there with Jeff Pauli.
I'm just the.
Don't know if he missed a sign or if there's a sign on.
Yes. I'm wondering if he missed a sign. Couldn't remember the indicator.
Well, we're just speculating. We don't know. This is away to Derek Mason. Upstairs to Mason. Fly out and a ground out.
Fuera, bola, 2 malas en un strike.
Also be pitch number 100.
Cornelius esperando el impacto.
This will be pitch number 100 for Zach Pierce.
He pours it in for a strike. We've had a couple of close-ups of the right arm of Pierce, the non-tattooed one, and you can see the sweat glistening on Pierce. Well hit, deep right field, way back, and gone! Derek Mason wins the ball game on a walk-off.
Walk-off y aniquiló el equipo. ¡Qué barbaridad! ¡Increíble! ¡Qué barbaridad! ¡Qué emoción! ¡Qué emoción, señores! Mason se va para la calle y impulsa 2 carreras. Pero el equipo de
You see the celebration at home plate for the Bear Creek Express. Here we'll see way deep down the right field line. Boom, indeed, from Derek Mason. Just fair. And a home run sign goes up from the umpire. Well, Joe Todd, we talked about the opportunity to steal this one for the Bear Creek Express, and I think they did just that against the Grand Prairie Pride tonight.
Exactly. They just left too many runners on base and too many scoring positions. 7 people left in scoring position, 14 altogether. Zach Pierce, tough loss there.
Derek Mason, the veteran, comes through in the clutch, gets a big hug from Quentin Bruce. Bear Creek Express will advance to a winner's bracket semifinal. Grande Prairie will drop down to the loser's side. A fabulous ball game here tonight. Lots of drama and lots of intrigue indeed. Come back with us tomorrow afternoon, 5 p.m. for the New York Gremlins as they take on the EWP Lumberjacks. That'll be followed up in the nightcap. Hill United Chiefs, JB. Let's hope both of those games are exciting as this one, Joe Todd. We're going to wrap up for today. Wow, what an ending for day 4.
Fantastic finish.
For Joe Todd, Luciano Lafrano, Kelly Joe Murphy, Catrona Lafrano, thanks for being with us here on the ISC Network. Come back tomorrow and join us for more breathless action here from the ISC World Tournament. Thanks and good night.